Hello and welcome to the Bones Horror Podcast. This is our episode 114, Nosferatu. In 1922, Nosferatu crawled out of the silent era, an unauthorized adaptation of Dracula that became one of horror's founding myths, reimagined by the bloke who gave us the lighthouse, Nosferatu.
Robert Eggers,
Yeah, by the bloke.
Come to me. Come to me. I've never shared my secret with any soul.
You've had these spells since childhood. Tell me what you can from the beginning.
It is like a dream. It was our wedding. When we turned around, everyone was dead. The stench of their bodies was horrible. Standing before me was death.
Oh,
You're fond of me, lobster.
so tonight we have with us myself, Kev, Larry,
Hello.
Jess, and
Hello.
Ewan. And
Hi.
we're going to make our way through. Was it a 2.25 hour film? Something like that?
Yeah.
What version
Yeah,
did you
just
watch?
about.
An extended one, maybe?
I don't think I watched the extended one. I think I just
Yes.
I think it was an extra
the
5
big
minutes,
extended.
Larry, is it? It's not long, is
Yes. Yeah.
it? Oh, dear.
I feel like I know where this is going already.
Some
I
basic-
only know because we had a quick brief chat beforehand.
Oh,
So
no.
I do know where this is going.
So I went to the cinema and watched this, and I enjoyed it at the cinema. I think it's well filmed. The second watch, not so great for me. So this film had a budget of 50 million. Is that all on costumes and stuff, I presume? And it made 181, I think, somewhere along those lines. What do you think of Rotten Tomatoes on it? Because I actually don't know. Or do I?
Mm,
Oh, I do actually.
I reckon it could go into the 80s. I'm not sure about 90s, but I reckon people would have had a good reaction to it.
It's in the mid 80s.
A part of me, yeah, I was going to say a part of me would hope it's in the 80s, but there is a slight part of me that, I don't know, I would say like 83 as a guess.
I think it's 85. So it's 85, 86.
That's
Yeah. So it starred Bill Skarsgård. Is that how you say it? As Count Orlick. I only know him as Pennywise, really. I've not seen him in much more else. Lily Rose Depp is Ellen. Willem Dafoe played Professor Von Franz. I'm just interested in what you think, Jess, also. I presumed you watched it about 10 minutes ago. I would have thought.
Actually did finish watching it approximately nearly 20 minutes ago now.
Okay. so
Actually,
it's
I had
fresh.
enough time to make a hot chocolate, so
It's fresh.
yep.
I think it's, for me, I think it's filmed well, really well.
Yeah.
There's a few scenes I like. I love the scene at the crossroads. I think that's spectacular. At the cinema, it looks amazing. And there's some stuff that don't make sense to me. And I think I prefer the original.
What, you
Yeah,
mean
that's all I've got.
Brahms? Oh, do you wait? Are you?
I mean,
Yeah,
the
You mean the
19
original
yeah.
Nosferatu?
the German. Is it?
Yeah.
Was it German? Yeah, the
Yeah,
musical
German.
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah,
With no-
it wasn't a musical, but yeah.
Well, it's some music in it. and It's not a
No,
music.
it had music. It had
It had music,
music
over
on
it.
it.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
dialogue.
Music.
No
There's
dialogue. I love describing
wait to
silent
see
film
that.
like that. No dialogue.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was all right. So I'm just interested in what you think because
Hmm.
well,
Thought it was
go on, Jess.
well. I thought it had a brilliant cast. No, just thought it was all right.
It's all right.
It was all right. I probably wouldn't watch it again, but I can admire, you know, how good it looked and everything. But
Yeah, it confused me slightly that the professor was also in the lighthouse. That
Why?
Confu-
What, he's an
separate
actor.
films.
it's this thing called acting.
Yeah.
no, they look the same. They did look the same, though, didn't they?
The same.
Yeah, it's just like when they put Harry Potter and the Woman in Black.
They look the
Unbelievable.
same. Again, they look the same. They could have done something different
They
with
look
it.
the same.
Well, if you're gonna be, you gotta be different. Be a different actor, haven't you? Maybe wear a costume or something. You know.
I think they wore different costumes.
Yeah, I was
Like,
going to
maybe-
say very
maybe a-
different costumes.
Maybe a mask.
Very different eras.
Maybe a mask.
Just blur people's faces.
Mhm.
you were
No,
in
but I
this
just
one, you
thought
can't
they
be
were
in
the
this
same
one.
characters. This is what confuses me.
Have you never watched different films before?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
say.
yeah, but I
He
have.
has a
but
he has
they
a beard.
act differently. They act differently. You know.
So you're saying the characters are very similar?
I'll say yeah, they're the same, like Harry Potter and
No. We're talking about. We're going to talk about
Harry
Yeah,
Potter
Nosferatu
wasn't even
for
in
now.
this, was it?
We're going to stick to this film.
He wasn't even
I
in
shouldn't have
it.
said anything. Shook it, mash
Yeah,
Yeah.
Harry Potter was not in Nosferatu. You're
Right,
completely
no.
right.
Come on, speak, Larry.
I demand you to speak.
So I got really confused because I couldn't believe that this matey from Skins was also then suddenly thrust back in time.
You know what?
mean-
I've never seen Skins, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh,
No,
That'd be well annoying.
I think that I really, really, really enjoy this film. I think it's really well made. Obviously, Robert Eggers has such a keen eye, but he's also very much a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to getting the era. Like everything in the film has to be on point for the era. In any of his films, it's something that whenever I've watched any of like his behind the scenes stuff or like the making of, they're so that they're so clued in on what it has to be, and they go to like seeing how much they go in on it is ridiculous as well. I agree with Jess as well that the cast is like brilliant. I think Bill Skarsgård as well, considering that I think he's just a very he's a great actor. He's played like parts in Barbarian where he's like such this like likable character, and then he's like plays Pennywise, and
What
then
did you
he's
say?
playing Nosferatu.
I didn't get confused with him and Pennywise, and it's
No, I mean,
you see what I mean? The way it
But
was
I,
act-
but I can.
But
kind
again,
of
they
see what
have.
you mean.
Yeah, I see what you're saying in a sense of he's playing, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but he's playing obviously a very different version, but a version nonetheless of a somewhat Van Helsing type S character. And yeah, they do. He has a similar like way about him in that like he's a bit like he's very like eccentric and like a bit mad, but he's also like a genius at the same time on like how he's like clued into everything. I see what you mean that he has a like I guess like because the language I guess is sort of similar in a
You know
way,
that-
but
What's the film?
I
where
don't
he
think
has-
they are the same character, considering that one
No, but-
guy is screaming like, you're fond of my lobster, and the other one is screaming like, like ways in which to kill a vampire. But I do get it.
But do you know the film he was in where he had his penis smashed in? What was that one?
Yes.
Antichrist.
So
I was
this is
forced
very,
to watch that in uni.
very different character in that. That didn't confuse
Yes. Yes. I feel
I'm just
we're going on
amazed.
about
I'm
three different
amazed.
tracks now.
Yeah, I'm also
So-
amazed that like there was a point that you sat like I can understand someone being like, yeah, they're kind of like a little bit the same, but to sit there and openly be like, fuck me.
So you didn't associate him with like Green Goblin?
No, because again, he had a mask on.
Okay, good, good. I'm
What about
glad.
Harry
There were
Osborn?
some points, but there were some points where he didn't have a mask on. So were you super
Mm.
confused there?
5
And
chairs out of
okay.
5.
5 chairs
Yeah.
for the podcast.
Yeah.
Can't put boners on there,
yeah.
can you? So we
Mm.
don't have
I
that
think-
facility yet.
I think it's a great film. I think it's very well done. I think one of the things it does super well is it creates this sort of tone for the film that I think if the tone wasn't what it was, or it leaned too heavily into comedy or leaned too heavily into, I don't know, like action, I think it's perfectly set where it has this enough intrigue, enough horror, but it's also within the time period. But in the time period it's set.
Well, I think
And
that's
then
what Eggers,
yeah.
That's what Eggers does best, I think, is the tone and the atmosphere more than, and the world building is just very. I mean, with all his films, he does it so well, and he creates an entire world from it. And I think he's been
Not in the
working on.
lighthouse, though. There was no world in that.
Well, the world of the lighthouse.
There is,
the world of that lighthouse world, yeah.
Yeah.
And the sort of mythological aspects.
Are they set at the
that
same time?
sort of cabin fever.
No.
Wait.
No.
We're
They
saying
are
the
not
lighthouse
set.
and Nosferatu are
Yeah,
they
yeah.
kind of round about the same time.
No.
Well, probably are they not? Well,
They're not. No,
are
they're
they
not.
both?
Set.
Well, they're both set in the 19th century broadly.
They're both set in the 19th century, but they're not set like close to each other.
No,
Not in the same world.
They are
Not-
many
It's a
Yeah.
multiverse.
years apart.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
It's a
Maybe it is
Willem
like-
Dafoe multiverse.
I'm sure
But-
that'll be a thing.
It already is. I mean, he's technically in the whole with the Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah,
so.
that's true. That's true.
But yeah,
But,
I think it is really good. It's out of all of Robert Eggers' films, I definitely think this is. I mean, for me, like The Witch and The Lighthouse are like those two films just really set a tone for his films for me. I think this is one of his best films like since he sort of moved away from A24. Because he's now with because like I think his films now have a very different tone and vibe from his A24 indie film sort of era when he was doing that. But yeah, I think all of his films are just they never disappoint. They're all brilliant. I think this one is like no lesser. And I also really like some of the creative choices, just like the little things, like having Nosferatu look the way he does with like the mustache and even his like how he's dressed of very like, because I know a lot of people like before I'd even seen it, there was someone I worked with who was like, when the fuck did Nosferatu have a mustache? And it was like, oh, well, because he is obviously I'm gonna fuck up what the emperor, like what was he called, what he's playing. It's because it's Vlad the Impaler basically, but the sort of style they had, and a lot of the era that's set from, they had very eccentric big mustaches, big tall hats, long fur coats. And it's something that from the black and white film, I think the black and white film is equally brilliant, but I also think that when you're making a film where specifically you are very clued in on wanting it to be the exact time period, I think he just does a great job of that. And again, Bill Skarsgård, just blows it away every time. Like whether it's Pennywise or whether it's Nosferatu,
Yeah,
I think he does a great job.
I mean, it was a very interesting performance because it's weird. When he first spoke, I was slightly annoyed only because it sounded like he was doing a raspy version of Bela Lugosi from the original Dracula, where it's like that sort of strong Transylvanian, I'm going to suck your blood, that kind of stuff. So I was slightly like, okay, interesting, not sure. But what I found even more intriguing about this film, at least for me, is that I didn't find Nosferatu as scary as the elements around Nosferatu, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so
100%.
So I actually found Knock, who's like his servant, the real estate agent. I actually found him much scarier than Nosferatu himself, because you can see, I think it's like the influence that Nosferatu has as opposed to Nosferatu himself. I think that's what makes this interesting, is that it's obviously maybe not so obviously, but it's, if you've seen the original Nosferatu and you've seen the Werner Herzog Nosferatu, you can see that this one is actually much more erotic, which is, obvious. But there's that kind of weird tone where it's almost like there's an abusive relationship between Lily Rose Depp's character and Nosferatu, and there's kind of like a weird spiritual connection between them. And I think it's not unintentional that Nosferatu isn't made to look too terrifying rather than the elements around him, because I think Nosferatu is actually a bit of a loser. He just has this power that he has, and he's able to to tear the town apart with the rats that come in and stuff like that.
I was gonna say, to your point, that's one of the things I really love about the film as well, and completely agree in that there's like, when the rats come, like I find that way, like that's quite terrifying, and like if you put like the self in the setting and like the era that it is, and the whole with the plague and everything, and like you say, like Nosferatu isn't going around the streets like killing people and there's like blood everywhere. What I love is that his presence is just there, and it's like this constant and I love, like, they even do that with a visual aspect of a shadow going over
the shadow going, the hand going over. That's really good.
And it's just like, his to your point, he's not, to me, like agreeing with you, like to me, he's not like scary where he pops up on the screen and you'd be like, oh, that was terrifying. But his presence alone, of how he just like towers over people, and like how he, has like this very like control over them, is I think what lends to the character way more than scares.
Yeah. And as you say, the atmosphere, I mean, it's I was very skeptical when I heard that Eggers was doing Nosferatu, because I think of it as a very German property, because the original was German and the remake was German, and it's it's basically a German version of Dracula. As you said at the beginning, Kev, it was unauthorized, and Bram Stoker's widow actually tried to sue them and actually wanted to. I think a lot of the prints were burned, but they managed to save it. So I was a bit skeptical because of this sort of the fact that it's very German, but because Eggers is, as you said, a perfectionist when it comes to the history, the culture, and everything that happened then, it is excusable to some extent. It's still a bit weird that they're in Germany and they all speak English, or most of them speak English, but regardless of that,
British accents.
Yeah, very British accents. That is probably inevitable. I mean, as you see with a lot of stuff, but it's.
I just thought they're all British living there, all English living there.
No, I think it's just it's just I think it's like I think it's meant as like a leeway, isn't it? Because I think marketability. I think that's exactly what it boils down to, is that it would, I think there's a part of him that would have loved to have done it all with German actors and actresses, but I think it's just that thing where it boils down to, do we make the cast learn German? Do we go with a German cast, or do we set the world set the world where it is, but we take a leeway in that? Because another film that does it, but I can't remember the name of it. There's another film that does it where it's set in a different country, but they all speak British. And then I think the director came out, I will remember the film, but the director came out and was like, oh, certain accents at the time, if they were speaking English, would sound British. So they were like, and he was
Right.
just like, yeah, that's how. I'll get the film because it doesn't really add any context without the film, but I think it's just a leeway thing. But I was also going to say that after this film came out, it was then shortly after that Robert Eggers announced that he's doing an adaptation of The Wolfman next.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I am very excited for that because I think to give credit to this film, I think it's a very creative way of doing, just like the techniques he used, whether it's the visuals or the soundtrack and the sounds that he used and the cinematography in the film. So I am looking forward to seeing his adaptation of the Wolfman story because I think a lot of them at the moment are just very like I watched the Wolfman that came out not too long ago that was done by Lee Wanell, and that sort of had me a
Oh
little bit like,
he
yeah,
did do a Wolfman.
he did do it.
Because he did Invisible Man, which I actually quite enjoyed.
Yeah.
Invisible Man, so presumably that was why they got him to do the Wolfman.
This is a Blumhouse, was it? The Wolfman.
Maybe. Thing is that the his version of the Wolfman is not bad by any means. In fact, it's actually one of the better ones I've seen. I just think if you gave me the choice where it's like Lee Wanell or Robert Eggers, I immediately lean towards Robert Eggers. Like, oh, I can't wait to see your version.
One's going to be a bit more boring than the other, though, isn't it?
Oh. Maybe.
Let us know in the chat what you think. I just think it'd be more drawn out and
to go to not go to completely to Kev's side, because I do think it's a great film. However, it was interesting to me because having watched the first two, the other two, it's funny how the rats come in is usually like the last, I don't know, half hour, 20 minutes of the other films. Whereas this, it was like an hour. So I was like, how much story could they possibly do? And I was like, how can this possibly go on for much longer? And then after about 10 minutes or so, you realize it's like a kind of, I don't know, gathering of the troops kind of situation where they will try and sort of get them. And then you realize the men were basically useless and it's all up to Lily Rose Depp. But I actually, for the most part, I think I enjoyed the first half more than the second half. Mainly because I love, again, I love the tone and atmosphere that he builds, and the cinematography is ridiculously good. I don't know the name of the cinematographer, but it's that kind of thing. It's like, oh, why aren't movies made like this anymore? And you're just like, because usually with sort of mainstream movies now, they just it's almost like it's gotten out of the way, the cinematography. It's like, okay, we got that. Is that interesting? Got that. Whereas you can see that there's a kind of Eggers is really trying to create something which is, not only dreamlike, but so sort of phantasmagorical and so beautiful at the same time, which harks back to the sort of silent film era as well. But yeah, I thought it was very good. In fact, I would even say it's probably one of my favorite Rob Eggers films. I'm not sure. The thing is, though, is that I have a kind of a weird relationship with Eggers in that I still haven't seen a film that has really sort of got to me. I can appreciate and really enjoy his films, and I'm always excited to see what he'll do next and everything like that. But there's never been one that's really sort of like in the same way that like Ari Aster does, or someone like that, where it really sort of like goes into your veins and your and everything like that.
Ari Aster and Robert Eggers are like, for me, those two that they're on the, for me anyway. Like, I know others will disagree and like one's above the other, but I think but for me, if ever I hear they're doing a film, it's a thing of like, yeah, I want to go see that film just because I know I'll never be disappointed with it. They might not be my favorite, but they'll like Northman, for instance. I really enjoy Northman, the Northman, but I wouldn't put it up there on like one of my like favorites that he's done. In fact, it's one of those that I actually look at and go, it's interesting that he took that route like it wouldn't be my first call that he'd go to.
And that had a
Yeah.
vampire in it as well, didn't it?
But
Oh, well. He's talking about Alexander Skarsgård.
yeah.
The Northman.
Yes, the Northman. Yeah. Although I do
See the
think
link.
Eggers.
clever.
Eggers is yes, it is clever. It's funny though because
He's building this,
Yep.
this multiverse he's built.
Oh, hold on, we need that immortalized.
But I do think Eggers is one of those filmmakers where I reckon in 10 years' time, people will be like rewatching his movies and seeing a greater value than they do presently, maybe in the same way that people saw The Shining later. Like I remember seeing Lighthouse for the first time and giving it something like 3 stars for Culture Whisper or something like that. And then I watched it again. I was like, this is actually a much better movie than I gave it credit for at the time. And I think it's just the reward of multiple viewings and seeing more in it than you did before. And I reckon that could be the case with Nosferatu. I do think, sort of again, to sort of back up Kev's point slightly, I do think it's a little bit too long, especially
May we never forget on this day.
I can't remember what I was saying, but yeah, good film.
What do you think of the ending? Spoiler alert. Most people know what happens at the end anyway, don't they?
I think it ties it up quite nicely. I think it's again, as I say, quite an erotic ending, and it's quite interesting as well because I think in. Definitely in Dracula. I'm not entirely sure about Nosferatu, but it seems like he gets stronger as in other adaptations he gets stronger as he drinks blood. In this, it's less clear what benefits it gives him. I assume it just lets him hang on to life because he still like appears as quite a weak figure, like a weird old mangled old thing that just preys upon this woman. And it's interesting that he's not strong, and I think that again that runs kind of skewer in the sense that in my interpretation anyway, is that he's a bit of a loser and he's preying on this young girl because he's powerful, but you sort of figure out that actually she's the powerful one who's sort of sacrificing herself in order to get to it.
One thing I also really like is just the detail of him where he bites. Of like, it's not like because I'm watching the behind the scenes thing of it, and like Robert Eggers was saying, like in like a lot of the time of like the myths and urban legends of people would complain about having pains in their chest of feeling that blood was drained directly from their heart, and so I just love the little detail of where. It's not a typical going for the neck, and then I love how it's like from the chest. And it's just little things like that. I do like the ending. The only negative I would say about the ending is there is a point where it builds and builds and builds and builds where you're like, okay, here we go, and then you have Willem Dafoe's character sets a flame all of around the coffin, and it's like really builds, and then it sort of it's going to end a certain way because they've sort of alluded to it before of like she's got a she's the only one who can defeat him sort of thing of like because he's got that love and affinity for her, like it has to be her. But I feel like there's like almost a segment missing of like maybe a minute's worth of something in between with the other characters, just because it kind of goes from setting a flame to then suddenly being like in the room and it's like, yep, come here. And then the sunlight comes through. But although I think that scene alone, really, like I love how that all comes together of just, he's like so enthralled with her that then the sunlight comes through, and I think the effect as well of him just like it's so disgusting when like the camera like zooms out and he's just this really shriveled corpse on top of her, just like So I think it's very good, like, which again makes me really excited for what he's going to do with the Wolfman.
So we rate this then? I'm going to give it a 7. I liked it. I watched it twice now. I'm never going to watch it again. I want to like The Lighthouse. Jess?
7 as well. I can appreciate it. It's just not my kind of film. Probably wouldn't watch it again. Did like the cats. Felt bad for the pigeon.
Yeah, poor pigeon. Yeah, I felt for the pigeon. That made my stomach turn up. Larry?
Cool.
I would give it. I'm going to give it an 8.5.
Ooh,
Oh, 0.5.
8 and a semi.
Oh no.
he's giving it a semi. Look, 90. Is that what it is,
No.
Ron? What? The Lighthouse?
Yeah.
A 72. 72 if you look at the popcorn.
That's the message.
72 for
That's-
audience.
That's
and
for us
not-
normal people.
But that's that's what we get.
So
That's what we love.
we love a 90.
Actually, I do want to see.
You're going to give it 9, are you?
Nosferatu.
8.5.
Yeah. Just I wouldn't. The only reason I'd say it wouldn't go to a 9 is because realistically, I think that I feel like The Witch, The Lighthouse, for me, are in those sort of numbers. I think this is a very good film. I think it's just I think it sits there with a 8.5.
It's probably the weakest of the vampire universe he's set up there, or not.
What do you mean, like the weakest? What do you mean, like the weakest?
The
Like
Northman. Is the Northman the worst?
But I don't. This is the thing. I don't think that they're like bad films. I just think that The Northman for me is like one of those where, after I watched it once, I was very much like, I was sort of there like, okay, it was great. I don't know if I'd return to it straight away, and I still haven't.
That's
Whereas
my
like
favourite.
Nosferatu, yeah, and which is like, because like there's I can't remember who it was from uni. But someone from uni had this conversation where it was like, oh, The Witch and theirs was The Witch. And they were like, yeah, The Witch is my favorite, 10 out of 10. And I don't think that's changed since. So I think everyone has like their favorite. I still stand by all of his films are great. All of them are 8s up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 for me. I think it's probably on par with Lighthouse. For me, I might prefer Nosferatu just a little bit more, but I'd have to rewatch The Lighthouse again in order to establish that. I think it's a very bold adaptation.
You're saying that there's a rewatch.
Maybe yes,
Hell
very possibly.
Yeah. Watch it round here.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. But I think it's very bold, and I think I read an interview where he was like, as you were saying about like sinking his teeth into the chest as opposed to the neck and stuff. He was deliberately trying to avoid every vampire cliche that was possible, and I think that comes off very well. And I think it's great to move away from that because I think Nosferatu, the original, it isn't like the Dracula movies. There's a completely different kind of atmosphere, and I think that's what Robert Eggers was kind of going for. So yeah, very refreshing horror movie, I thought.
Excellent. So yeah, probably about 8 then. 7, between 7 and 8 for everyone. Not too bad at all. So shall we move on to what we watched this week?
What have you been watching?
No, seriously, what have you been watching?
Did anyone else's not show the thing and just watched everyone else stay in mute?
No, I saw the thing.
Just me. I saw a second of it, but I just saw everyone just sort of like.
You just saw me think, what have I watched?
I like
anything.
Now we do one each if you want, or 2 each. There's a couple of I did watch the one with Demi Moore, but I'm going to save that for another time because I thought that was brilliant. You know what I mean?
Oh, Substance.
Substance. Yeah, I did watch it. I'm not going to talk about it today because I think it needs a bit more time because Very, very good. But let's start with the first one. This one's called Dangerous Animal.
People don't understand the hierarchy of animals in this world. They don't think with their brains, they think with their guts. Now what your guts understand is 300 razor-sharp teeth, tearing flesh from bone.
So I watched this film. I can't remember. I watched it on. Was it on Prime? Maybe? Shudder? I don't think it was on UK Shudder anyway. Yeah, it said Shudder. I don't know if it's over here yet. I think it was on Prime. I watched it, or MGM. So this film is about a serial killer who has holidaymakers who want to swim with sharks, takes them out to sea, ties them up, and then films them being eaten by sharks. It's very, very good. I think probably in my top 5 of the year, I would have thought. It doesn't really stop. The pacing's amazing on it. It has a great ending. A little confusing at the end. Has anyone seen it?
No, what was the name of it again?
Dangerous Animals. Definitely worth a watch. My biggest fear in life is sharks, so that does I get that, because my father took me to see Jaws when I was about 4.
That's a PG, still.
Pardon?
That's a PG, isn't it? Still, right?
I don't know. That didn't feel like a PG when I was little.
I think it's a 12, but I think the rating was different back in the day.
I was going to say, because I think it was a
they?
PG to start with, and then now it's a 12.
It's gory, isn't it?
Was original.
Yeah, well, a kid gets eaten.
Yeah,
a shit gets eaten.
So that scared me. So no, really, really good film. I can highly recommend it out there. I'd be giving it 8 or 9 because it's an hour and a half. It's perfect for someone like me with not much concentration. And the acting's great. Yeah, can't just get out there and watch it. It's probably worth doing as a main feature at some point. It's a good one.
So yeah, just to answer, the BBFC changed Jaws to a 12A of recent. Well, not recent, but of recent. In 1975, it was given the classification of an A, which was equivalent to PG.
Oh, interesting. But there's so much blood in it. I mean,
but it is very ambiguous, isn't it? If you look at it from, like, you don't see a lot compared to what you.
And I guess that's part of why it's so good, because you don't see much. It's it's got that like psycho factor. But yeah,
that's scary when
worked in its favor.
Underwater.
Yeah,
I think that the whole rating thing probably worked in its favor as well, because so many people talk about how Jaws shut them up in the cinema and scared of like the ocean and the water. So yeah, make your films PG. That's how you do it.
To show you, you want to see another one? Mm-hmm. This one I watched this week called Vicious.
Oh, it's her.
Can I help you?
It's her.
It's her from the thing, you know.
I'm sorry. So late.
That's in the thing. Ellie Fanning, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's Dakota.
Yeah, Dakota Fanning and then Ellie Fanning.
And that's the witch from from Macbeth.
I'm gonna start.
What?
She's also that person's also from Andor as well.
You are going to die
I need to
Wow.
see the
tonight.
recommender.
What are you talking about?
You haven't
Unless
seen Andor yet?
Not the second
you give
season.
it what it wants.
Ewan,
bored
come
of it.
on, that's
I know. I'm
you got
sorry.
bored.
Sorry, no, I didn't
Well,
say it.
well-
Well, you did. Sorry.
Yeah, no, what I
I
was
got
saying though is you should keep watch. I know because I know you've missed the second half where like everything ramps up. It's like perfect setup, perfect execution.
I like how we got so uninterested in that trailer. That we started talking about something else.
Yeah. I didn't even hear a thing of what they said.
So basically, this film is about a woman gets visited by this old lady you just saw her on screen and gives her a box, and then she disappears. So she's left with this box,
Spoilers.
and she has to and then she has to give something of herself to the box, something that means something to
Spoilers.
her. Blah blah blah
Uh-huh.
blah blah blah. It's very very good. It made me quite squeamish at times. I can highly recommend this. I think again it might have been on one of the Prime channels. Might be MGM again or one of them. Really good. I don't really want to give much away of that one because literally me saying put something in the box is giving a lot of it away. But yeah, go out there, watch that. Watch the trailer properly without us rattling on through it. And give that a go. So my recommendations this week: Dangerous Animals and Vicious. So you've been watching anything, Jess?
I'm still slowly making my way through Dexter. I'm on the last season. My
No
rewatch.
wonder it's slow. Yeah.
I just
The
want
one
to be
in-
over now.
One in Is it in New York or somewhere like that?
No,
No,
that's
I'm
the new
rewatching
one.
the old one.
The
original.
old ones. The
Yeah,
old series. That's hard work, isn't it?
Isn't it like a billionaire or something in the last season? That's the main. Or is that my imagination? Can't remember now. It's someone who's rich.
There's like a different, he's like training someone
Right.
essentially, but I'm kind of bored of it, and I'm like, I just want to rewatch the one that comes after it, and then watch the new one because they're already starting to film season. If it's filming season 2, the new one already.
They certainly greenlit it. I don't know about filming, but yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm hoping that one goes on for a while because I do like Dexter. So, but I haven't really had time to watch anything else. Yeah.
Okay, Larry. It's only been 3 weeks since the last podcast.
I'm so busy.
I watched Kubo and the Two Strings today.
Ooh.
Again.
Oh yeah.
Good film.
That's a few years ago, isn't it? Cuba and Two
Yeah. Well, what happened is so on Friday we went to a D&D thing for my birthday that had just passed, and that was super fun. We basically like got to play a campaign, the beginning of a campaign, and like make characters and also it was brilliant, and we ended up getting loads of like cool memorabilia, dice, all sorts, which was really good fun. And then we went to Westfield yesterday, where lots of money was spent. Lots. On Lego book nuts, to films. Yeah. So I can hear it in the background. I can hear it. It's much quieter now, but I can hear it. Yeah. So I built. There it is. at least it's like I'm not going insane. Like, yeah. So Ria's currently building her Harry Potter book nook, and I built my Lord of the Rings one. And then films I bought the Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, the Captain America, Brave New World, Kubo and the Two Strings. What else? Oh, The Sixth Sense, and what's the other one I bought? I can't remember the other one I bought, but they were all on like steelbooks and on 4K as well. And then
that's your standard, isn't it?
Yeah,
you won't get anything less than a steelbook in 4K.
If someone hands me a film and it's like a Blu-ray, I'm like, get that shit out of it. Trash.
Yeah.
No, it's like there's some films I'll own and then I'll say like, oh, okay, they'll make a big thing of going, oh, it's been recently 4K remastered because it's like an older film. Other films, if they've just come out, I'll tend to just go for like 4K. The Marvel films in particular, I always like to get them on Steelbook just because I have constantly got them on Steelbook. But yeah, and then something just completely left my head. Yeah, can't have been that important.
How did you end up watching Kubo?
Oh,
you bought it.
That's literally where we started.
Yeah. So I love the company that do the films. So like the first film, obviously, I watched of theirs was Coraline, and I think that film's brilliant. Paranorman, I really love, and Kubo and the Two Strings. There are other ones. It was weird though because like when things happen at like just randomly, and you think, how can that be a coincidence? While we put on Kubo and the Two Strings, the company announced their newest film that's coming out soon as we put it in. So like on the dot, and was like, it's called Wildwood. It was weird because we literally finished the film and then we were like, uploaded. That would have been when we put it in, and it was like, yeah, the from the people that brought you Kubo and the Two Strings, and we were a bit like, that's really weird. And then the only other thing I would say, not really most things I've watched, but then also like we've been on a bit of a Funko Pop binge as well. So Ria's is sort of dragons. She's collecting all the dragons from everything. And then for me, it's Lord of the Rings. So I've just been going down a rabbit hole of the Balrog and Gandalf.
What happens when you get Smaug? Is she jealous,
Yeah.
or does she want it, or
Do you share?
Probably share.
Very undramatic.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, yeah, they'll come through the post and then we'll just fist fight in the hallway, and then whoever wins. We're allowed weapons, but it can only be whatever's in the vicinity. You can't prepare because that's cheating.
Well, don't you have a sword on the wall?
Yeah, we have two. We have Sting and Arundel.
Well,
Who gets what?
I mean, you'd be pretty. Yeah. I mean, if you got Sting,
fucked
you'd be
if you have Sting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they say size doesn't matter. It's how you use the sword.
Yeah, fine.
So for anyone out there with a little sword, you're okay. Okay, this is a safe space. Some consider Sting quite big.
Yeah, sure, and it glows blue.
Yeah,
that's his feature.
It's a pretty fantastic little feature.
Yeah.
Sorry, not little feature. Feature.
No, feature. That's not sideshow.
So Ewan, what have you been watching?
It's been mainly rewatching Stranger Things. I'm again really enjoying it. I've got up to Stranger Things 4 now, which I'm looking at in an interesting way because I remember watching at the time, really loving it, and then loads of critics were like, "We don't like it." I'm just like, so I'm rewatching it with a sort of almost critical gaze. I still love it. I still think it's brilliant, and I actually think the tone of season 4 is actually superior to the others. I'm not entirely sure if I prefer it to 2, but I still really love it, and it's made even better by the fact that like after we watch It Feeds, which was basically it trying to be Stranger Things 4. It's refreshing to see it done very well as opposed to done very badly. And I think I also just love the sort of psychological aspects of Stranger Things 4. I love that just Vecna going into people's minds and just essentially like grabbing them by their like the things they feel most guilty, most depressed about, and just like kills them from there. I think there's, and I think mental health is like a a not so subtle theme of the series, and I think that's actually done very well. I'm yet to go get to for want of a better word, Max's episode.
The best one, I
looking
think, of that whole season.
I again, I need to rewatch it, but for in terms of memorability, that's definitely the one that sticks in the mind most, especially that scene, which I'm looking forward to watching again, because it's just so well done. And you I mean, and also obviously the scope of season 4 is just so much bigger, and you almost wonder how 5 is gonna top that, because it just goes. 4 just goes across the world. I think 5 is probably going to stick to Hawkins, but I think that's what makes it really interesting series. And you've got loads of people saying out there, like, quite annoyed at the various run times and stuff, which I can sort of understand. 2.5 hours is an unconventional runtime for a TV episode, but I still don't understand why you're complaining.
No, I don't either.
You can always break it up if you're that fussed. And regardless, if you made it this far in Stranger Things, chances are you watched 3 in a row anyway. So
do you know what's funny? Do you know what's funny about the time thing though as well is that the same people who would complain about it being too long, recently, like, people have been like guessing how long the episodes would be for season 5, and it. Like, someone put like, oh no, guys, it might be only 72 minutes. And the same people are like, well, that's way too fucking short. It's like, what do you want?
Yeah. But broadly, there's only one thing that I don't like this season, and it's at least early, is Jonathan. I think Jonathan's character is a bit shortchanged in this, because it just seems like he's just complaining about having to go to a different university, and him and Nancy are sort of breaking up, which I don't really like that direction. I think I would have. I don't like saying what I would have preferred, but I think I would have preferred them just to stay together, but in a long-term thing rather than on the edge. But especially after season 3 ended. Season 3 ended is on a really lovely, especially as they're actually going out together. Well, at least they were at the time. It's kind of it's a bit weird.
Ewan, and Jess. I would say Kev, but I know you haven't got past season 1.
I got to the bit where I got shit. So
well, season 2 episode.
No, it was, they all went to somewhere else, and there's some other people that are a bit like them.
Oh yeah,
Everyone says to skip that episode.
I love season 2 with a passion. I rewatched that episode, and I didn't know how they got to that.
I think they were trying to test it out. They were trying to like see like
something. Yeah, and it's just. I mean, it would suit like a Marvel TV series or something like that.
Yeah, but it doesn't suit that.
It doesn't suit it at all. But get past that episode, and it's great.
Yeah, 100%. Just skip that episode. Like. We did on our rewatch, and we had somebody watching it for the first time, and we skipped it, and we just literally went, this character goes to them, learns some backstory of how they've also got powers, and they literally did not feel derailed at all. They were like, cool. But what I was going to ask was, who do we think is going to die?
All of them.
It better not be Steve. 5. Better not be Steve.
I think it will be Steve. I think it's going to be Steve or Jonathan. I think Jonathan and Steve have equal measure of how they could die.
At this point, if it was Jonathan, I don't think I'd really care that much.
I'm not sure I would care too much either. I liked him better in the early seasons.
You kill Steve, exactly. And then you strengthen Jonathan and Nancy together.
Exactly. It's killing Steve would be the tier-worthy move. Whereas I reckon if you kill Jonathan or Nancy, even, I'm not sure. I mean, I like those characters, but
someone said to me. Well, I if they killed Will, I'd kind of be a little bit peeved, because the whole seasons has all been kicked off with "Let's save Will." So if Will dies, I'd be a bit
exactly. I don't think Will's gonna die.
Mike will. I think Mike has a very big chance.
Well, are they gonna kill a main character? One of the main.
I think they need to.
I wonder if they'll kill Dustin. because that would be the most
Dustin,
powerful.
Yeah, Dustin could die. I also think Joyce. I think Joyce could go.
That
Why does anyone need to die?
I feel like there's been so much build up. If they all get away scot-free,
kill them off.
And I think Millie Bobby Brown said as much. I think, or alluded to as much in one of her interviews. She was like,
"Yeah,
you know, part of the weaknesses. Well, I don't think she said like this, but one of the weakness of the series as a whole is that no one really major dies. So I think that was her alluding to the fact that someone will die in the coming season. I think she was being flippant. I don't think she was actually scrutinizing the series too much.
But I agree. I agree. Like that's one of my issues. Like. I don't want to like ruin. I'm not going to say the characters of who, but like with the previous season in season 4, that was one of the things I thought was its biggest strength, was that certain characters that you really thought like, oh, I really like this character. What a great impact they've had, and the series had a no bullshit thing and was like, nah, they're gone. And that I think sticks. Yeah, I know, literally. And they're like, oh, but that's what works. So I feel like with season 5, you don't have to kill off like 4 or 5 of them, but I feel like you need at least 1 or 2 where you have the stakes feel like these. Because I don't like it when you feel characters have plot armor, where you feel like, oh, they'll be fine, because then there's no tension to it.
Yeah.
I feel like they could kill Will's dad.
Nice. He's basically there for my comic relief, isn't he?
Yeah.
Literally, the most useless.
Right. So for those watching, might have thought we'd talk about Ravenous tonight, but I couldn't find it. Larry says it exists still. So we didn't watch it. But once I found it, maybe we'll revisit it. What do you think?
I watched it, but
yeah,
I don't think anyone else did.
No, I couldn't find it on Netflix, so that's why.
Great film.
Great film.
No, to be fair, the first time I watched it, I actually thought it was a really, really good film. The second time I watched it, I thought my only input, very quick and short, would just be like, it's good. It's just not how I remember it. I also think that there's a lot more to discuss with it when we've all watched it, like again or first time, specifically with the chairs.
Cool. So I've got a trailer to watch, an interesting one, or I can go to the hot pick. I'm only going to do one of them. What do you think? Trailer?
How do we decide?
Trailer or hot? Say that the hot pick was the Rainbow and the Serpent.
No, trailer.
Okay. Let's go trailer.
Oh, you bastards! Why are you torturing me like this? Why?
It's your emergency. He's acting crazy. He killed all the others. Who killed the others?
I watched this the other day. I actually do. I have mixed feelings on this.
This is home. There's someone I want you to meet.
Oh, Dexter.
Yeah.
My hand? Wants to shake my hand?
Why does she have a monkey?
Our mom rescued him, and now he's part of our family.
Ben, happy.
He's kind of cute. Yeah, right.
Ben?
Did something bite him?
No, Ben.
Ben? There's something wrong with Ben.
Hey, what happened? It's me, Lucy. It's okay.
I thought that looked quite interesting, hence why I thought I'd show it tonight. Obviously, Larry's loves his monkeys anyway, as we know.
Do we know that?
I was gonna say, I was like, what do you mean by that?
Well,
The thing is with that trailer,
maybe
is
we'll find out at the end of the show today.
Yeah.
Show us your
that
monkey.
I don't know how to respond. I would usually just be quick to the point, but
that looks like a good trailer to me. And it looks like I might go and see that.
My only issue with that trailer is, as you know, because obviously you've seen it as well. As it goes on, there's like weird comedic things in it where I'm like, oh, just take that out. Like,
So
why
Ben,
does it always have to lean
Ben
into
is-
comedy?
For those listening on the podcast, and there's a lot of you, Ben is a chimpanzee. So basically, it was a chimpanzee, wasn't he?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yes, yeah, he was a chimpanzee.
it's a little monkey anyway. A baby chimpanzee. Is that what you call them? Baby ones? So it looks like in the trailer that this Ben is attacking people. Or is it Ben? Or is it not? I don't know.
It better be. Be a bit pissed if there's
Could be
all
another
those
man.
two
Could be his dad or something, or his cousin, or
That's his dad. That's his dad.
Well, I don't know. 'Cause I didn't see Ben attacking anyone.
I mean, you cut it right before Ben tries to go for someone's face.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Because they just jumped in the pool. Ben can't swim.
Lucy, bad.
Wow.
Maybe it was Lucy.
Maybe it was Lucy.
Fuck Lucy.
Anyway, we're at the hour mark now. So what will our next film be?
Whose choice is it next?
I think it was Jess's. I think because she.
Where are you pointing?
Is it Ewan's?
Towards Jess.
It was Jess.
Oh,
That's not where
you're
Jess
there
is
for
on
me.
my screen. Yeah, I was
on
going to
my
say
screen she's right here.
you're
Sorry.
below me here. You're
Yeah.
here
You are-
for me.
Yeah, this is correct.
Lawrence is up above. Jess
Hello.
is right there.
Jess is like,
No.
wait, hold on. Jess is
No.
there for me.
Yeah,
but
Larry's there,
diagonally.
you're there.
And then
We see when
Kev's
you
there.
point, it's literally to that. So she is where you are.
You're
saying.
You're pointing to,
Away to nothing.
yeah,
the
you're
void.
pointing.
Nothing. I'm on the left hand.
That's why I was like, what are you doing?
Where are you pointing?
To nothing. There's no one there.
Who's it next?
He's
Who's
lost
choice
it.
is
So,
it next?
yes. What is our next film?
Heretic. Did I say it?
Heretic.
Heretic?
Yeah. Heretic.
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 Okay.
That
In
one.
2 weeks time.
Heretic.
Yeah. Let's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hugh Grant.
Yes. Hugh Grant.
Oh, right. Thought you were just saying Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant.
That's who he's
Hugh
pointing
Grant.
to. He thinks Hugh Grant's on the podcast.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be
Hugh
back
Grant,
with
Hugh
episode
Grant. Hugh Grant.
115. Heretic. So if you want to follow us on, I was going to say Facebook, then you can't. What else are we on? X. Is that Twitter? Bones Horror Pod. Instagram, same. You want to email us? It's boneshorrorpod@gmail.com. I think that's it for the socials, isn't it? We don't have any more.
My mind is just not working. When you said X, I was like, we're not on that website. I was like, that's, I hope we're not on that website. And then I was like, wait, X is Twitter.
Yes, Twitter. Yeah, so we'll be back in 2 weeks' time. I'm just trying to find something.
Oh, I know what's coming.
Oh,
I know what's coming.
I'm guessing what's coming, but
It might take me a while. Might take me a while to find it. So yeah, I can't.
You had it. You had it.
Yeah, I know. But
before this started, you had it
where's
there.
the monkey music? That's what I want to know.
Oh,
did you not hear the monkey music?
I did earlier. At first, I thought it was like my TV in the other room or
Oh.
something.
No,
Once
that's
you
Hugh
said, I
Grant.
was
That's
like,
Hugh
oh.
Grant.
Oh.
That's Hugh Grant.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, Sam!
Seriously?
Oh my god, Sam, it's been like so long! I don't. Sorry. It's like, how long has it been? 7 months!
I don't want to see you anymore, Douglas. I told you to leave.
Oh, Seb, don't you even want to know where I've been? I've been on holiday. It's been amazing! What if you call being on holiday sat in a room, doing nothing, while two people debate whether to film? But anyway, oh my god, I've missed you so much. I mean, like, oh, I missed you. And guess what, Seb? I even had dreams about you. Inside me.
Oh, wow.
And oh my god, I mean, I know, I can fully admit that in the past, it was me. But I just want to tell you that I'm so sorry. I love you. I really do. And I think of you as a friend and as a lover. A lover.
Douglas.
I know we had a fight and everything, but love
Douglas.
me. Love me.
Douglas, no!
Douglas.
Get you free!
Sorry, Douglas.
You bitch! You son of a whore!
What?
Bitch!
What I meant to say was I've got a counsellor.
Wait, what do you mean a counsellor? A counsellor? We don't need counselling, we're perfect for each other! You love me, and I slightly have a fetish for you! It's fine, I mean, you know, but when's he coming?
I'm coming now, Douglas.
Ooh.
You see... hi, Mr. Drett.
I'm glad you can make it.
You see, Seb has been telling me that you guys need some help with your relationship, and I'm here to offer it.
Are you fucking kidding?
Again, I just think that you and Seb are not able to communicate your feelings to each other.
Feelings? I'll show you feelings when we're both alone in a room.
I was thinking that you and Douglas would benefit from having a proper conversation with each other. I'm not talking about how you guys have been arguing or anything really to do with the problems that you've been facing. I want to see how you guys actually interact as a couple.
Okay then. It's gonna be fine, Douglas.
Okay, thank you, Seb. I'll speak to you in a minute. Thank you.
I remember when filming this, all of my family
Okay, then.
were in the
Well,
kitchen.
I thought we'd start, Douglas, by discussing how you came to be with Seb in the first place. Can you tell me about that?
Well, it was a long time, but do you want a drink?
What?
Well, would you like a drink?
Yes, thank
Well,
you.
we got all kinds of drink. I mean, we got lemonade, we got Coke, we got Sprite, we got beer, we got lager, we got Jack Daniels. Oh, and then we have hash, and then we got cocaine.
I remember all of this.
I'll just have a water, thanks.
Water it is! Here's your water!
Thanks, Douglas.
You're welcome! Oh, wait! First, let me start for you. It'll taste much more nice and much more refreshing.
I think it's a water.
Shh! Let me start!
We put so much shit in that, like pepper, salt, everything.
Douglas, I don't think I'm gonna drink that.
Why not?
Because I'm beginning to suspect that you may have drugged this.
Well, you've left me with no choice, but go right
Well, Douglas.
Love me! Bitch! Bitch! Love me! Love me! Let me see my tongue down your mouth, you little
There was so much more that was there, but we cut it, we were like,
Tripod in the background.
Douglas!
Hey, Seb!
Where's the counsellor?
He took off?
Douglas, come closer.
Oh, why? What is it? You gonna tell me a secret?
A little closer.
Douglas, Tell me.
Oh, and by the way, you're moving out.
What?
Oh, we're reaching episode 4 very slowly.
Now, if you're listening to this on the podcast,
You'll be
go
very
and watch
confused.
the video, please. Yeah, you'll be very confused. But yeah, we'll be back soon. We have our episode 115, Heretic. See you later.
Bye.